So can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And you should be seeing my screen now.
You're getting a black. Okay, yeah.
Good. So let's make a start. So as I was gonna say before, that digital media is not only the study of the different types of digital media that we looked at: art, audio, animation, apps, videos, photography, ebooks, websites. Is not only about that. It's not only about learning about the different media. You have to always think about, how did this digital media, how is it benefiting us? And when you're going to think about how does it benefit us, you basically have to compare it to what would have been done in the past. So I'm assuming that you guys would have remembered the assignment you would have been given when you had to compare the different types of technologies. So that's what you basically need to do when you're thinking about the present digital media that you're using. You compare it to what would have been used along that line in the past. So for example, communication. In the past, telephone would have been used, letters would have been used, the telegraph would have been used. So you compare the newer technology that you have today, the newer digital media that you have today, and you compare it to what would have been done in the past. If it's communication, if it is broadcasting information, if it is entertainment, you compare what we have today to the past, and that will get you an understanding as to how digital media is affecting you. How is it affecting your neighbor? How is it affecting your society? How is it affecting your country? How is it affecting the Caribbean? So it's not just about learning what are the different types of digital media. You also need to know, how is it affecting persons? What are the benefits? What can you do to implement the digital media? What are the different principles? What are the different designs? What are the different elements that make up the digital media? So that is why when you go through the study guide, there is no focus on a specific software, because that is not the focus of digital media. We don't teach you how to use a specific software. We don't teach you how to use a specific tool. How we guide you is by having an understanding as to the principles behind digital media. What are the elements that make up digital? What are the components of it? What is the history? So that you can make your own idea a reality. So because if we taught you a certain way, then we're basically molding you or molding your ideas. But by teaching you the principles, by teaching you what are the design elements, that can help you to mold your own idea, and you can be more comfortable in your process. So thinking along that line can also help you in your CAPE exam. So have that mindset as we continue to go through digital media, the various objectives. So I would have sent 4 videos for you guys to watch. Did you guys watch all 4 videos? Did any of you watch any of the video?
No.
Okay. Please remember, those videos are for your benefit, not my benefit. And until you watch those videos, then we will discuss them. So keep waiting until I send out the rest of videos, and then you have more videos to watch. So today we're going to be looking at Objective 5, and Objective 5's title is Digital Media Platform. So in this objective we will be looking at the general objective is to appreciate the impact of digital media on society, and the specific objective is to differentiate between the different platforms. How are the different platforms used to basically showcase the different digital media? So for instance, we have so for our content we're going to be looking at the definition: a digitized platform for media delivery of video, audio, and or data to multiple networks such as telco, cable, satellite, digital, terrestrial broadcasting, and the internet. So what is a digital media platform? It is basically a platform that is digital. It is a digitized platform where you can get media content, video, audio, any data, ebook, website, any form of digital media from these networks such as telco, cable, satellite, the internet. From those network connections you gain access to the digitized platform, which is hosting the digital media. We're going to also be looking at the types of digital platforms. C, discussing the functionality of the various digital media platforms. For example, what is shared on each platform and how it is shared. So we just looked at the definition. A digital media platform is basically a digitized platform that is used to share the digital media, share the content that would be posted on that platform. So with this definition in mind, can you guys make a guess as to what are some digital media platforms you can think of? Google? Just Google?
YouTube.
Yeah. So YouTube is one.
Like social media platform. Like Facebook.
Vimeo, LinkedIn.
We're barely hearing you, Tyler.
Huh?
Still barely hearing you. And then I'm echoing.
So Tumblr, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Vimeo, social media platforms in general.
Good. What about application stores? You think those can be a digital media platform?
I didn't know that's it.
You're echoing. Whatever I'm speaking, it's just echoing back to me from your microphone, Tyler. So you guys have the right idea. So as we go on, you can see the different digital media platforms. So it's basically a digitized platform, a digital platform that is serving the different content. So discuss the functionalities of various digital media platforms. For example, what is shared on each platform and how it is shared. Where does it? Okay, so I guess we have to go through it. So digital media platform can also refer to application stores. Like for example, how Android has a Google Play Store, iPhone is going to have an App Store, Windows is going to have a Microsoft Store, and those are digital platforms where you can download applications or even other content, games, sometimes wallpapers, themes, any form of digital media from those digital platforms. So discuss the functionality of the various digital media platforms. For example, what is shared on each platform and how it is shared. So for example, you guys mentioned YouTube. So what is shared on YouTube and how is it shared?
You have different contents. You have vlogs or what should I say? Music videos,
Right?
movies, and they're shared by uploading them from the person's account.
Good. So whoever produced the content, they would upload it and they would offer it as a stream so that persons can be able to access that stream and be able to watch the content. What about the other platforms? How do they function basically?
Articles.
I didn't hear that, Tyler.
Articles.
Articles. So what platform would that be?
Google.
Google, Facebook.
You guys are given like broad. Google is not a platform. Google is a name of a company.
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome is a browser. And you can't say Google Google search because that's a search engine. So when you say platform, if you're going to say Google, I'm assuming you're trying to say when you search on Google, you find the content. But that is still a search engine. The actual platform now is going to be the websites that you would find. So maybe what are some websites? Maybe like Reddit or some kind of. But that's what I'm telling you, Tyler. I'm not hearing you properly.
Oh.
So like Reddit and sites that have blogs, newsletters, forums, and so on. Those are all digital platforms that are sharing these contents on them. Let me see what we have on this topic here. Come on, man. Grade 12, Module 1, Objective 5. Digital media platforms. So, digital media platform. Formats, selecting appropriate formats, distinguish between formats. Remember, all of these contents are in your classroom. So what's a platform? It is basically a medium on which digital created media is being disseminated or for its intended audience. So examples: YouTube, Google Images, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and so on. A digitized platform for media allows real-time or delayed delivery of video, audio, and or data to multiple networks. So you can compare that to social media. Some of these digital media platforms, you can upload a video so that you can watch it at any time. So that's delayed delivery of video, but you can also have real-time content. So maybe you do a live stream so that person see in real time what is happening. So the content that you would put on these digital platforms is basically going to be the same file extensions, because that's the same content that we're putting up: videos, audio, pictures, animation, websites, applications, whatever the case may be. So we have 5 main types of digital platforms. We have search engine platforms, that when you search they give you specific content based on your search. Social media, video platforms, blogs, and emails. So, question to you guys: what is the benefit or the advantage of using a digital media platform as compared to maybe a traditional way of sharing content?
Information can be disseminated quicker.
Good, that's one.
And to a larger audience.
Good. Any other benefits? So we get faster delivery of the content, we get a wider audience because it's digital, so whoever's a part of the network can access the content. You said something, Alia?
No, I said I was gonna say like something similar to what Tyler said.
Okay. What about the disadvantage now? What do you think would be a disadvantage of these digital platforms?
Some of the persons who, like, say for instance, you might have a target audience for, like, say, older person, they might not be on those platforms that they could see the information. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good disadvantage there. You yes, Tyler.
Maybe another disadvantage would be that of when information or anything is uploaded onto a digital platform, it really kind of never comes down.
Very true.
Because even if you delete it, there'll still be traces of it on the internet from people that maybe downloaded it, saved the image, or screen recorded it or something. So yeah.
Exactly. So it happens a lot with video games. Sometimes a game is on sale, they're selling that game $20, $40, and it happened the other day with a game in one of them store. They had a glitch and the content became free, the game became free. So persons now, they could have downloaded the game, and if the game was actually shareable, then no doubt they would have shared that game with other persons. So persons on the internet, once you upload something, doesn't matter what it is, once a person can gain access to it, then you're guaranteed that somebody will download it and will have another copy of it. Even if you do it couple seconds after, somebody may have already gotten some part of that content that you would have put up. So whatever you put up, it's basically permanent. That's a disadvantage. And as Ali would have mentioned, persons may not have access to these platforms. Not everyone is on Facebook, not everyone is on YouTube, not everyone is on TikTok. And then, for example, you might not have the hardware in order to access the content, the digital media. For example, if you have different smartphones, if you have an iOS phone, then you cannot get an Android application. For example, there are some applications on iPhone that you cannot get on a Android phone. So that's a disadvantage there because of hardware, accessibility, what's the other word? Accessibility and reachability?
Availability.
Availability, yes. That's the word. So all of those are disadvantage when it comes to digital publishing. So from the review ad discussion from the above, it is important to note the content that is shared. Note the content that is shared. So for each platform, you must know what content is being shared. So that Word document that I just opened, like for example, application stores, you know that they are serving applications. Sometimes they may be sharing wallpapers, themes, and so on, games. So you have to know what content is being shared. How is it being shared? Is it live? Is it delayed? Is it direct? How is the content being accessed? How frequently it is updated, or when it is removed or disconnected. Some digital media platforms have subscription access, such as One Spot Media and Sportsbox, that is popularly used in the Caribbean. So that's another way of how is it shared. Are you allowed to freely access the content? Like how you can just you can't just, even though some of the applications in the App Store is free, you have to access it through an email. So you have to sign up on the store, log in with the email, and then you'll be able to access that content, even though it is free. But some services require a subscription. You have to pay in order for you to access the media. Each platform is used for specific preferences by user, or used based on the features, flexibilities they provide for the tasks the user wishes to use the platform for. So persons, they use different platforms for what basically suits their need. For example, if we compare TikTok and YouTube, both are video based platforms, and they both have video content on them. But why would a person prefer one over the other?
TikTok is more recreational than Facebook.
Right?
Maybe differences in demographic, like an age difference.
That too? Yes, Ariel?
No, sir, what's the question?
Why would a person, we're looking at that persons, they would choose the different platforms based on what are their likes, what are their dislikes, what is their preference. So we comparing the two video platforms, YouTube and TikTok. Why would a person choose one over the other? Why would you guys choose TikTok or YouTube over the other?
YouTube has a lot more content than TikTok.
Right.
the wider range that of just like recreational videos or whatnot.
And the information on YouTube is like more than the TikTok, because TikTok you only have a limited 1 minute, whereas YouTube you can get a lot of like content in one video.
Right. Good. So you can see the differences between the platform. They're both video platforms, but they're catering for different persons. So as mentioned, TikTok is more of a recreational entertainment kind of service, but it can be educational in a way, because persons today, they prefer short videos. When you go on YouTube, you're seeing a set of lengthy videos, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You don't have the time to sit behind a 30-minute video in order to watch that content. But when you see a short video on TikTok, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and you know the limit is 1 minute, then you know you can finish this content in 1 minute, so it won't take a lot of your time. So that's what persons look for with TikTok. It is short content that can be entertaining, could be educational, and so on. But a person might switch over to YouTube when they want to go into detail, when they know that short content is not enough, when they want the full content, they want somebody to go into full detail, explaining every bit of the website, the application, give you a full review of whatever the item is, then you would go to the video content on YouTube. So even though they're both the same service, you can see their users are going to be different based on the preferences of those persons. So it's the same with other platforms, app stores. They're doing the same thing. They all have applications, but they're going to be targeting different persons. The Microsoft Store obviously is going to target persons that own computers. The iOS Store is going to target Apple users. Android Play Store is going to target Android users. So they're doing the same thing, but they're targeting different persons. Good. So I hope that gave you guys an idea as to what digital media platform is, what are the different types of digital media platform, and how you can compare and contrast, look at the disadvantage and advantage of the platforms. Any questions before we move on?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. So we can move on to 6, objective 6. So this objective is the opportunities and pitfalls of digital media and the internet. So you're a digital media creator. What are the opportunities that you have? But what are the pitfalls of being a digital media or having an interest in digital media? So we're going to be looking at how we can appreciate the impact of digital media, and the specific objective is discussing the opportunities and pitfalls of digital media. So our content, we are looking at the opportunities. What opportunities do we have? We have connections. Because of digital media, we can make connections, we can have branding, we can have value, we can make better follow-up, we have communities, we have dynamic discussion, productive enhancing, digital citizenship, digital footprint. What are the pitfalls? Well, permanent record. We already discussed that. Once you put up something, that's basically it. It's there permanently. A digital footprint. Material discovery, ethical issues, confused text, it's time consuming, there's social issues, and then there's digital citizenship. So opportunities, The first opportunity is technological advancement. Alia, you can read that for us.
Technological advancements in its use for business and personal life, allowing for persons to be more in touch and business to network or use technical features. Newer technologies, software, and hardware applications make it now possible to do just about anything through the use of digital media and the internet.
Good. So, based on that paragraph there, how is technology benefiting businesses today?
Okay, so what I gather from this is that how you can use the technology to do anything, because remember, as the time go by, you're having upgrades in the different software and so on that businesses can use to advance. I think, yeah.
Yes, Ariel?
Advertisement.
Very good. So, businesses can use technology to advertise. Anything else?
Show content about your business.
Show content. So maybe
They can even do create a website to do online shopping where their customers can do.
good. They can offer the services online shopping. So there's a lot of benefits. Use for business and personal life, allowing for persons to be more in touch and business to network and use technical features. These newer technology software and applications make it now possible to just do about anything through digital media and the internet. So because we're all connected through the internet, we can basically do anything with technology. We can offer our services online, communicate with persons online, we can keep in touch with persons, we can advertise online, we can if our business have any issues, we can communicate with somebody, we can network with somebody so that they can help us out with the issue. Technology has a lot of benefits for businesses. Connections. Ariel, can you read that?
Allows persons to use networking via social media channels to link up with individuals, allowing for shared common interests to be developed and experiences shared. For example, Match.com, eHarmony, etc. Are such dating sites that promotes interpersonal relationships meeting place. Use of social media application like Kik, MySpace, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. are becoming more and more popular to be used by younger users of the internet to communicate. How are our students linking up to connect for digital media in their school, country, or wider Caribbean region?
Good. So, what opportunities do connections give us, or how do businesses, how do persons connect today through digital media?
Via social media platforms.
Good. So, how do they use it?
To communicate.
Just communicate?
Communicate with people, share information, valuable information faster via the social media platforms, because you wouldn't have to wait for the information to go out. You'd be able to send and receive information to and from businesses and business people a lot faster, allowing for the time that you conduct business, I guess, to be a lot quicker than
Right.
before.
So, a business can get faster follow up when a customer has a question, because of social media, because of having these connections, you can interact with a business much faster. Or you can have a service that is online that would normally be a physical service, like for example, dating sites. In the past, persons would have gone to social gatherings where they could have met a person, but today that service is done online, whereby you can meet somebody online and see how it goes from there. In terms of businesses now, you're running a business, your customers have questions, they have concerns, and being able to message you on social media, because maybe all of them are on social media, that would be a much faster interaction for your business. Um, can you think of an example in Guyana in terms of connections?
That gynae is used or that gynae or that they created? Huh?
We're talking about how businesses use these social media to form connections. So, can you think of an example of a business in Guyana that uses social media to form connections?
You have Brazos gift shop. Um, like a lot of those very small or upcoming businesses.
I was gonna say the same small business thing. They use it to make connections with their clients and
And
potential
they
suppliers.
Good.
Yeah, and then they post it on Instagram.
yeah, they use Insta. We mostly see that they're using Instagram to do their businesses.
Good. What about GT&T? What about GPL?
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if it was gonna count. So
They're all businesses. They're all
yeah.
organizations that use these social media to interact with their customers, their clients, and so on. So GPL, every one of you know that GPL uses Facebook to publish when they have issues.
Yeah, blackout.
Right. They know all of their customers are on Facebook, so they know that is a good way to connect with the customers. GT&T is the same also. When their customers have questions, if you check Facebook, you can see somebody's actually replying to those persons on the Facebook posts. So that's another opportunity because of digital media. Next, we have branding. Tyler.
Is afforded by digital media by use of the internet. I'm sorry if you're hearing noise. There are people working downstairs, like right under my room. So yeah. By use of the internet to encourage and allow businesses, including organizations, the significant opportunity to boost their products or services and make these marketable to persons both locally, regionally, and internationally. Brand Caribbean products and services are fetching higher demand in regional and international marketplace.
Good. So what is branding?
Basically, putting the name of your business or company out there.
Right. So basically, getting a name for your business, having your business known to persons, so persons can use digital media for that. How would persons use digital media for that? How would they make a name for themselves using digital media?
Like we just spoke about with small businesses, they can advertise their products
Right.
on social media platforms that appeal to the demographic
Good.
or their target audience, basically, or that their target audience is mostly on. to be able to give their business a lot more exposure.
Good. So they know their customers are on social media, so they would advertise on these different social media. They might also make their own website, maybe make their own application, make some sort of video content showing their services, and they would put it on these digital media, these social media platforms, in order to have persons or let persons know what they're doing, what they're about, so that they basically build their brand. So that's an opportunity of digital media. Value added, Alia.
Value added allows for digital media to be used to enhance products through innovative marketing, advertisements, and graphics, social media campaign, etc. This in turn increases the worth for goods and services that those companies or individuals must offer to the market.
So what is value added?
So I could read out how value added is like the is I'm trying to get another word than value. Could it be the uniqueness of the goods or services, or like basically the stuff that the companies produce?
It doesn't have to be unique. So value added, you can say it's almost like branding. If you think about it, what makes a product valuable? What makes it interesting? What gives it value? What gives something value? A phone, um, a stuffed beer. There's a question to you guys. What gives it value?
The users.
The users, the person who's the person who is going to actually use the item, the person is actually going to use the service, the person is actually going to buy it. Those persons are the persons that give your item, your service a value. So if persons do not know about your product, they do not know about your service, then it will basically have a low value, because when it's starting off, it's not going to be common, so that persons are going to say that, look, this is worth this value. So you now start off your business and you're offering your service at $1,000, and they're going to be like, I never heard about you, why are you so expensive? And but when, as more and more persons hear about your business, as you begin to advertise, as you begin to campaign, as you begin to make content to showcase your item, more and more persons see your item, and then persons start reviewing it. They're gonna say that, look, this item, it's strong, it's sturdy, it is work good all the time, it's dependable, and thus your item gains more value, because you're gaining more connections, you're gaining more persons' trust, you're gaining their interest, and when persons are interested in your item, it basically becomes more valuable. And if you think about it, what makes gold valuable? What makes diamond valuable? It's just a rock, it's just a piece of metal. What gives it the value? A person actually gives it the value. You want to say something, Tyler?
No, sir.
A person actually gives it the value because we view the element as precious. We view gold as precious. We view diamond as precious. Diamond and gold are very common elements in the earth. But why are they so expensive? Because we view it as something precious. We give it value. If it was something hard to find, or if it was something very uncommon, or not much persons know about it, then it would not have so much value. But because a lot of persons know about gold, a lot of persons know about diamond, they know how precious it is. That is what gives it its value. That's how it gets its worth. So, broadcasting yourself, advertising yourself gives your business, your service a value. Alright, we can stop here for today. Please remember we stopped at value added. So today what we looked at what is a digital media platform. Remember, it's basically a platform that is digital in nature. The content is being shared digitally. How is it being shared? How you need to think of how are these different platforms sharing their content. You have to use an email, you have to pay, you have to be subscription. Is it live content? Can you access the content at any time? Whatever the case may be. And then we started looking at opportunities and pitfalls. We looked at a few opportunities. So tomorrow we're going to continue with the rest of opportunities, and we're going to look at the pitfalls of digital media. Good. So if you guys don't have any questions on anything we looked at today, that is going to be the end of today's class.